Hello again, everybody, and welcome to another edition of high school football here on Eagle Pass Sports Central. Coming to you live from the SAC here in Eagle Pass this evening for this game between the new Braunfels Canyon Cougars and the Eagles here in Eagle Pass. Just about ready for kickoff. Morris Lipson Jr. and Ruben Valadez along with you here from the top of Cozumel Foster Veterans Memorial Stadium. The 1-2 Canyon Cougars come in having lost to Alamo Heights 55-27. And, of course, the Eagles are 2-0, having won that first game against the Mavericks and a tight game 2 weeks ago against Taft. The kickoff is on its way. It will be fielded at about the 5-yard line here on the near side. At the 15, at the 20 is the return man, and he'll be brought down at the 25-yard line. That is number 34, Quincy Jones. No joke. Quincy Jones down on the field. Not the musician, not the musical producer, but the football player who lives in New Braunfels. Partners, we bring you into the broadcast. A tough task for the Eagles. We heard the coaches talk to us about it yesterday at the prediction show. And I talked to a friend of mine who does a lot of business in Comal County, and he says this is a big team. And so we'll see the Eagles defense. The New Braunfels won the coin toss and elected to receive.
And here's the first Eagle defense is going to be out on the field first.
Number 5 is the quarterback, Jackson Reagan, from the shotgun. He'll take the snap. That's actually number 8. The pass is caught at the 25 by number 3. Then the ball is on the ground. We'll see who fell on top of it.
Oh.
And the Eagles have a quick turnover. That ball from the quarterback, Reese Dietrich, to number 3, Jackson Kunzel. And Kunzel had it in his grasp and then lost it, and the Eagles fell on top of it. And the Eagle offense is going to start here at the 21-yard line after a quick turnover by Canyon.
Tell you what, Ruben, this sort of like A&M at Kyle Field, well, coming down here to play here against the Eagles has probably the same kind of effect on some of our opponents.
That's right. Lots of noise here. A warm afternoon and evening here in Eagle Pass. Here's Cavi Barrera now. He's going to have Luis Flores in the backfield with him. High snap. Barrera does a good job of bringing that down. The handoff is to Flores, and he gets pushed back all the way to the 25. A loss of 4 yards. There also is a flag from one of the side officials down here.
Luis Flores nowhere to go, Ruben. He hit the line, then tried to sidestep a few to the left and tried to sideline.
This is a face mask against New Braunfels. And so the Eagles are going to move closer to the end zone after these 15 yards. You mentioned it, partner. The defense surrounded Luis Flores there, but somebody must have stuck their hand in his face mask. And now the Eagles are at the 10-yard line.
He was trying hard to get outside, and maybe when they reached out to try to tackle him, when they latched on to that face mask.
So Javier Barrera by himself in the backfield now with 3 receivers here to the near side and 2 on the top side of the formation. Barrera with the snap, looks right. There's a pass. It's caught by Pep Hernandez over on the far side. He's trying to weave his way through a bunch of Cougar defenders, and they're going to push him back. They'll give him forward progress to the line of scrimmage, which is a 10.
Pep Hernandez drew a lot of attention that time. Barrera threw into a bunch of defenders a really good pass. But let me tell you, I think they're going to be on keying on Pepe Hernandez all night. And
he threw it in traffic because he had a lot of defensive pressure in his face before he got that ball off. 2nd and goal for the Eagles now from the 10-yard line. Receiver to the near back into second, trying to turn the corner over on the far side, and in on that tackle is Caleb Gaynor for no gain. 3rd and goal coming up.
Partner, you do a good job of reading. They should have given us a magnifying glass.
Barely.
This roster.
I can barely reach that. I have to squint to get down there. But I saw that beforehand. I thought, oh, we're in trouble tonight.
I'm going to put my glasses on.
2 receivers here and 3rd and goal for Barrera. The Eagle defense, after an early turnover by the Cougars, trying to capitalize here, 10 yards away from the touchdown. Barrera drops back, little swing pass to Zeke Banda over on the far side. And the Canyon defense is on Banda quickly. He'll get forward progress to the 7 and no further, a gain of 3 yards. And now on 4th and goal from the 7-yard line, we'll see what Coach Roger Olivas decides to do.
This is really a big play early in this game because it could set the tone here. If we don't see a field goal unit going out there, so they got enough confidence in this offense to try to put it in the end zone, unless they're going to call a timeout.
Well, there's still 20 seconds left on the play clock, and the offense is getting set at the 7-yard line. They've got to get it in the end zone. This is 4th and goal from the 7. They've elected to keep Lázaro Frausto, the field goal kicker, on the sideline. Quick snap. Back is Barrera into the end zone, and it is nearly intercepted, incomplete. Intended for Sebas Velasquez right at the goal line, and a good job defensively there by Canyon.
Good job by Canyon, especially closing out the middle. The pass, he really had to have a pinpoint pass to get him the football there, and it was a slightly off, and it was batted down.
And now, of course, the one advantage to not completing or not getting the touchdown is that Canyon now starts at the 7-yard line, deep in their own territory with 9:02 left here in the first quarter, still scoreless.
You know, Ruben, as we look through the binoculars, let me tell you that front offensive line is huge.
They look big and they're fast, is what we heard from the coaches. Here's a handoff to the main man, Jackson Reagan. The coaches talked to us about him. He's got a bunch of offers from different colleges around the country. 5'11", and just a bowling ball going into that line. That time, though, the Eagle offense is able to stop him for no gain. Back at the 7, 2nd and 10. Free play here. Somebody was offsides. That pass is caught near the 15-yard line by number 81, Kindrew Walker. And we've got to see about this flag. I think somebody jumped off sides for the Eagles right before that snap.
Ruben, a really nice afternoon here for not quite football weather yet, but a really nice afternoon here at the SAC.
We are coming to you live this evening from the Eagle Pass Sports Central Facebook page, from the Eagle Pass Sports Central YouTube channel, and from our partners at KINL 92.7. Here's a 2nd and 4 now after the penalty. It is a quarterback keeper right up the middle and across the 15-yard line to the 16-yard line goes the quarterback, Reese Dietrich, and it's going to be a 3rd and short.
And this is a big play here, right here for the Eagle defense. If they can keep them from getting the first down here, then they're going to be punting from really, really deep.
Eagle defense looking to hold tight on a 3rd and about 2. Snap is to number 5 this time, on a Wildcat formation there. It's a Jackson Reagan, and Reagan gets a first down across the 20 to the 21-yard line, and it's a fresh set of downs for Canyon.
Canyon in their white road jerseys. Their colors are red and white.
Man in motion for Dietrich. The handoff goes to that man. He slips in the backfield. That's number 3, Jackson Kunzel. And Kunzel will lose, about 3 yards all the way back to the 18.
Not only that, he ran up the back of his lead blocker, and he's very gingerly stepping around like he got hurt on that play. He probably turned his foot stepping on his teammate.
You saw him as he went down. You mentioned it. He ran right over the back of his lead blocker, and something twisted maybe as he was headed down. Tight formation for Canyon. He'll move Reagan over to his right now. He'll split him out in the right slot, Will Kunzel. Man in motion again. This time it's a quarterback keeper. Kunzel looking for room. Gets past the 25-30. He's on his horse, and he gets all the way to the 46-yard line before being brought down by the Eagle defense.
Well, that was what the Eagle defense needed to stop. They need to stop the big play.
Reese Dietrich with the carry from quarterback. First down now for the Cougars from the 46-yard line. A drive that started at their own 7. Here's a snap. Plenty of time in the pocket, lets the pass go, and it's going to be a pass interference down here at about the 25-yard line, intended for number 18 there, Donovan Craycraft, and he ran into the defensive back. He stopped short, and the defensive back ran into him, and they're going to call that a pass interference.
They did, and I was kind of hoping they'd kind of look away. The pass really may not have been catchable, and I was hoping it was incidental contact, but it did not go that way.
That's going to put the ball in Eagle territory now at the 39-yard line. Another first down for Canyon. We've got time called on the field. And the Eagle players pointing at something in the backfield. Now they'll blow the whistle, and Dietrich will be by himself in the backfield. There's the snap, drops back to pass, clean pocket, steps up. Now down the middle of the field he goes, and it is over the head of the intended receiver. Big, tall receiver, too, Kendrew Walker is, but just a little too tall for him there. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Partner, one thing that's going to be talked about at halftime is he's having an awful lot of time to throw the football.
Not much of a pass rush so far. You see the Eagle down lineman trying, but look at how big that offensive line is in front of Dietrich. From the shotgun again, there's the snap. The handoff is to Reagan. He's got room on the left side. He gets stripped. The ball is on the ground at about the 36-yard line. And they are not going to call that a fumble. I guess they're going to call him down.
They're going to say the ground caused the fumble. But from our angle, we couldn't really see if that football came out before he hit the ground.
And so it'll stay there at the 35, where it's going to be a 3rd and 6 now for New Braunfels Canyon. On an 8-play drive already that started at their own 7-yard line. Dietrich is in the shotgun with 2 men in the backfield with him. There's the snap. Fakes the handoff, drops back, looking left. Now has to step up in the face of pressure. Lets the pass go. He's got a man open. There's a flag down here on the field. That's Kunzel with the catch over on the far side. And then was able to get it all the way, for the moment, it looks like, to the 14-yarder line or so. But there was an ineligible man downfield is what the early call is.
And he called that one from over here, the near sideline in front of the Eagle sideline, and from a long ways off. But he obviously he knew what he was calling. And it's going to come back.
I want to mention the sponsors on behalf of our partners at Universal Media Connection, Sangar Furniture, La Villita Tortilla Factory, Border Federal Credit Union, Stat Emergency, Texas Diamond Garage, Chad Harper, Attorney at Law, Saritas Tortilla Factory, Joe Ruiz and Associates, Lorena Melo State Farm, Church's Barbecue, United Medical Center, Los Venados, and Tabany Insurance.
Partner, you got that down, don't you? And if they didn't know any better, you've got it memorized.
Almost. We're almost there with the list of sponsors. 3rd and 11 now from the 40-yard line after the penalty. Quick throw, incomplete, and is it intercepted? There's a flag down here very late.
Another one.
And it's going to go against Canyon again. We'll see if the Eagles decline that and take the result of the play, which would make it a 4th and 11, but you'd almost rather push them further back and give them another shot at 3rd down.
Well, one of the things that they're really going to think about it here, and there you go, and they are declining it. You called it exactly right.
Going to be declined, and I think New Braunfels is going to keep their offense on the field here on 4th and 11. That's why I was saying you might almost want to redo 3rd down, but 10 yards farther back this way. We'll see if the Eagle defense can hold here on a 4th and 11 as Canyon looks for a 4th down conversion. Dietrich in the backfield trying to get the defense to jump. Good job by the Eagle defense of not crossing the neutral zone. And Dietrich is going to pooch punt that. There's no one back there to return. Let's hope that thing bounces into the end zone. It did get touched before. It's going to be a touchback. Boy, that was very, very close.
You like how that official was so nonchalant, wasn't he? Because he really didn't have a good angle on it. I mean, we can say that because we're up here. But it looked like that Canyon player maybe might have, just touched it or thrown it back right before the plane of the goal line.
And maybe right at the half-yard line, but the official came in
very quickly
and made the call, which is what you have to do if you're an official. You have to be certain about what you're doing.
I called basketball many, many years. You sell the call.
That's right. That's right. So the Eagles will start at the 20. Good job by the Eagle defense. Helped out with some penalties, but they held firm. And so now the Eagles, still scoreless, will start from their own 20-yard line. Barrera's in the shotgun. He's got Luis Flores on his left. He's going to put Pepe Hernandez in motion across here to the near side. High snap again. Barrera drops back. Cocks once, looks right, rolls right, still looking downfield. He's going to keep it himself. He's able to get a good 5 yards before going out of bounds over on the far side. 6 yards they'll give him all the way to the 36.
A little poise by Barrera. He got flushed out of the pocket. He came up in the pocket, then rolled out to his right, but the whole time looking downfield, and then, very, very poised. He said, hey, you know what? I'm just going to take what I can get.
Kept his head about him. Like you mentioned, poised, it was able to get 6 yards. 2nd and 4 now for the Eagles from the 26-yard line. 2 receivers on either side of the formation, and Flores in the backfield. There's the snap. The handoff is to Luis Flores, and he's got room up the middle, swirling around, bouncing off of defenders, and Flores has an Eagle first down at the 33-yard line.
Flores looked like he was going to run into a concrete wall there. All of a sudden, he veered to his right, and we lost him in the whole all mess of white jerseys there. And he comes out with a first down.
Next thing you know, he scored it out, and he had a first down to the 33. Eagles moving on offense, their second drive of the ballgame. 3:52 left in the first quarter, still scoreless. Thank you for joining us. Javier Barrera in the shotgun with 3 receivers here to the near side, and Pepe Hernandez split out wide right over on the far side. 8 seconds left on the play clock now. They're going to change the play, and they've got to get it off quickly before the play clock winds down. There's Barrera looking left. Now steps up. He's got room in the middle. He'll bounce right. He's got room at the 40 and nears the 45. They won't give him the first down, a yard shy at the 42, but that's the second time we've seen it in this drive, Morris. Nothing downfield, and he finds some room.
What a nice move over there on the far side with that one cornerback coming up, and Barrera sort of, jukes him really nice and then heads for the sideline.
Ball is at the 42-yard line now, where it will be a 2nd and 1. This time from the pistol, Barrera with Luis Flores behind him. And 2 blockers in the backfield. The handoff is to Flores. Gets past first contact. Still going. Still grinding. And he's able to get past all of those Canyon defenders. And he's got an Eagle first down near midfield at the 49.
Those Canyon coaches going crazy over there because they don't wrap him. They'll make contact, and he's just very, very quick.
Well, again, as big as these guys are and maybe fast, last week they took a loss to Alamo Heights 55-27. So their defense is vulnerable. Barrera again with 2 blockers in the backfield. Drops back. He's got a 2-receiver route looking for Pepe Hernandez. Overthrown and incomplete over at about the 20, and Pepe Hernandez is down. I think he fell kind of hard. His helmet is off, and they're going to go take a look at him. He's up on his own 2 feet now and coming back to the formation. Might have had the wind knocked out of him there.
The Eagles got what they wanted. They got a 1-on-1 matchup on that far sideline. Actually, the defender was step with Pepe, but Pepe, like he always does, went up and made a valiant effort to try to come down with the football.
You mentioned in one of the very first plays of the game, you have to think Canyon saw Eagle tape, and they saw what Pepe Hernandez can do, so they're going to blanket him today and have the Eagles beat them with someone else. 2nd and 10 from the 49-yard line. Barrera rolls left, steps up in the pocket, lets the pass go. It's incomplete. Sebas Velasquez was right here, and Barrera took a hit right before he let that go.
He did, right? As soon as he let that go, he gets up, and it looks like he's a little lightheaded as you see him. And Luis Flores is checking on him.
Luis Flores is going in there to make sure that Javier Barrera is okay. We've got 2:37 left. The clock stopped here in the first quarter because of the incompletion, and we'll see if Barrera's okay to continue as the play clock winds under 20 seconds now. 3 receivers here to the near side. Pepe Hernandez still not back on the field on this 3rd and 10. There's the snap. Quick pass here to this side. In and out of the hands of the intended receiver, Victor Melgoza. And the drive is halted there on a 4th and 10, and on comes the Eagle punting unit.
Can't throw a pass much better than that. And, he just hit him, sometimes you say in the wrong place, right in the hands.
That's right, on the incompletion. And Pepe Hernandez will be out here to punt. One man back to receive, standing at about his 12-yard line. Morris will give us that number in a minute. It's number
13.
13 is Cayman Cantu. 2:33 left here in the first quarter. In a scoreless game, Pepe Hernandez looking to get off a good punt and pin Canyon deep here. High snap. He's able to bring it down. There goes the punt. It's a good one.
Oh, my.
It's a good one into the end zone. And that's as best as you can ask for this young man who does everything.
He punted that football from about, the 45 or the 40? We have a flag.
There's a flag at about the 40-yard line.
But that ball hit about 5 yards in the end zone.
Yep. Take a look at where the wind is swirling. Not much of a wind. There are the flags over there, but that's a great punt by Pepe Hernandez.
After a high snap?
Yeah, that's right. After having to bring down a high snap. We'll see what the flag is here at about the 40.
It's a college punt.
That absolutely is a college punt, and it was a booming punt, too. Unsportsmanlike conduct on number 18.
Well, both ways, though. They're going to offset.
Looks like they're going to offset 22. Sometimes they get caught up. Parker Woodrum. And it's like nothing happened, and so Canyon will start at the 20-yard line with 2:25 left here in the first quarter in a scoreless game.
Back and forth so far, and we're still scoreless.
Battle of field position as they've gone back and forth. Dietrich is going to be in the shotgun. You'll have one receiver down here to the right side of the formation, one over to the top. Two receivers, actually, but they're in tight on the line. And he's got Reagan in the backfield with him. There's the snap. Dietrich looking to pass, looks left. There's his little outlet valve that's been there just like last time. That looks to be number 81 over on the far sideline with the catch. Kendrew Walker, and Walker's able to get about 7 yards to the 27-yard line.
Number 15, Caleb Salinas, there to make the initial contact and then got a lot of help.
Second and short, Reagan with the carry. He'll be stood up right at the line to get at the 30, and then moves forward all the way to the 33-yard line. It's a first down for Canyon.
Well, we've got a few clouds here. You know, maybe we thought we were going to get a little sprinkle here and there.
Clouds start to gather. We hope we don't get some sprinkle. Our camera is out in the open. A minute 24 left in the first quarter. 1st and 10 for Canyon. Dietrich into shotgun, takes the snap, fakes the handoff. Now looks downfield. He'll keep it himself. He's got room and lots of blockers. He's at midfield at the 45, and he'll finally be brought down at the 41-yard line in Eagle territory. It's crazy how that thing just opened up for Dietrich.
It opened up for him, and then he took off down the sideline. Number 3, Rodrigo Garcia had to, not throw him out of bounds way over here at the Eagle 41.
Well, Dietrich can hurt you with his arm and with his legs, and he's doing it so far in this game. 1st and 10 now in Eagle territory at the 41-yard line for Canyon. There's the snap. The handoff to Reagan. Reagan's got room. He's got one man to beat. Good job over on the far side again by Rodrigo Garcia bringing Reagan down, but it's a first down for Canyon at the 27-yard line.
Good thing that Rodrigo Garcia stayed home. He stayed home again, and he was the last line of defense on that far side.
Canyon looking to get off one more play before the end of the quarter. There's the snap. The handoff again to Reagan, and he'll be stopped after a gain of a couple of yards to the 25, and that should be the last play of the first quarter.
Number 94, Julian Martinez, latched onto him early.
Martinez bringing him down there. We'll switch sides of the field and we'll keep it right here, partner, because it seems to me like Reagan's got the same path almost every time he touches the ball over to the left side of their line, the right side of the Eagle line. You've got to think they saw something on tape that tells them that that's the place to attack this Eagle defense.
Well, and he's got a lot of speed, so he is getting over there and cutting the corners. So that's one of the things that the Eagle defense is going to have to look at, especially after this first quarter that was just back and forth. Really good defense, but neither team really being able to put the football in the end zone.
Reagan gets upfield, turns and gets upfield fast. And so the Eagle defense has to be able to key in on him and stop him before he gets going, especially out in the open field.
You know, I saw a game last night, high school game in San Antonio, that it was Alamo Heights against Clements. And, boy, I tell you what, that Alamo Heights ball club is really good.
I think they're for real. They scored 55 on this Canyon team. Again, New Braunfels Canyon comes in at 1-2 in the season. The Eagles are still undefeated. Ball is at the 26-yard line. It'll be a 2nd and 8 from there. 2nd and 9. Quick pass here. Caught by Kunzel at the 20. And Kunzel is brought down just at the line to get for a first down at the 17.
Well, you got that name down. Can't tell if that's an I or an L.
That's an I. So that's Kunze.
Huh?
So we'll say it right from now on. That's Kunze. With the reception, here's a delayed handoff to Reagan. Reagan gets inside the 15 to the 14-yard line. Going to be a 2nd and 7 coming up now for Canyon.
Eagles coaches predicted this perfect at how it was going to be a battle there in the middle of the line, for both teams.
The first quarter, both teams went back in field position. But now Canyon is knocking on the door in the red zone here inside the 15 at the 14-yard line. There goes Kunze in motion. Dietrich looks to him, now looks upfield, and that pass is caught at the 2-yard line. That's number 82 with the reception, Isaac Early. And it is a 1st and goal now from the 2 for Canyon.
They set that up really nice. They said Kunze out to the far side. He was wide open. He was like the safety valve for him, but he chose to go to his preliminary receiver.
It's almost like a basketball, somebody who waits in the corner to shoot a 3. That's what Kunze does. He sits there as a safety valve. There's a quarterback keeper and a touchdown for Canyon. That's actually Reagan in. So Wildcat formation there as Reagan gets the snap and leaps over the line to get in for Canyon touchdown with 10:19 left in the first half.
He went airborne at about the 3-yard line and just barely got the football to break the plane of the end zone.
On for the point after attempt is Carlos Enriquez. Enriquez gets the kick up, and it is good. 7-0 is the score now. With 10:19 left in the first half, the Eagle offense will be on the field when we come back. .10:19 left in the second quarter, and New Braunfels Canyon has just scored its first touchdown of the game to make it 7-0. And Enriquez will be kicking off here from the 40. 2 men back to receive for the Eagles. It looks like it's Pepe Hernandez here to the near side at the 10. And maybe Sebastian Velasquez over there, number 8, on the other side.
You have Eagle Vision. It is number 8. I can't see that number, but it must be having something to do with getting more mature.
Must be. Or maybe it's that burnt orange. Enriquez with the kickoff. A line drive headed fast over the head of Sebastian Velasquez, and the Eagles will bring it out to the 20 after that touchback, 25 after that touchback. Offense now really has to get things in gear and answer.
To answer, 10:19 left here in the second quarter on a really nice afternoon for football here.
We want to thank those of you that are joining us also on the Eagle Pass Independent School District YouTube channel, as well as here on Eagle Pass Sports Central on our Facebook page and our YouTube channel. Javier Barrera is in the backfield. 3 receivers here to the near side, 1 split out wide left. There's the snap. Quick pass. Pep Hernandez gets the catch at the 24. He's trying to break some tackles, but they are going to bring him down at the 25-yard line. No gain there.
Pep Hernandez danced a whole waltz right there, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
He sidestepped and sidestepped until they finally were able to bring him down.
You almost thought he had a chance right when he caught the pass the first time, or right when he made contact, looked like he had a chance to head upfield. But that Canyon defense is fast, and they were there quick. 2nd and 10 now from the 25-yard line for the Eagles. A 7-0 lead by Canyon with 9:38 left in the first half. Barrera looks over to the sideline here to the near side. Ball on the near hash mark. He's got 3 receivers over to the top side, and Pepe Hernandez split out wide down here. The handoff is to Luis Flores, and he's going to get swallowed up in the backfield. A loss of 3 yards back to the 23-yard line. 22.
And now it's going to be a 3rd and long for Eagle Pass.
They've got Pepe Hernandez in tight coverage. The cornerback who's on him is not giving him a whole lot of space to maneuver. We'll see if they give him a little cushion here now. But what we're seeing on the Eagles star receiver is some tight coverage, a little bit more cushion over the top. But you see right here how tight that pressure is. Barrera rolls right, gets the pass to Flores, who makes the catch and is able to get back to the 30. A good gain for him there, but still 5 yards shy of a first down.
Flores almost was able to break loose for the first down. He actually caught the football, and one Canyon defender almost tried to strip it from him, but he had a good grip on that football and fell and kept running and fell forward.
It's going to be a 4th and 5 now, and Pepe Hernandez will be on to punt. Let's hope he gets off a good one like he did before. Cayman Cantu back to receive at his own 30-yard line. 8:12 left and counting here in the first half. The Eagles are down 7-0. There's a snap to Pep Hernandez. Gets off a bit of a knuckleballer that bounces out of bounds. We'll see where the officials rule that out. Still walking, and they'll mark that out at the 37-yard line.
And it looked like Pepe Hernandez really was shooting for the sidelines, wasn't he? He wanted to keep that football away from that punt returner in the open field.
That's right. He did a good job of shooting it out of bounds the best he could, I think, based on where the Eagles were. And so here comes Canyon again now from the 37-yard line with 7:56 left in the second quarter. Here's Kunze in motion. The fake handoff is to him. The actual handoff is to Reagan, and the Eagle defense is on him. He'll gain 2 yards to the 39.
Number 24 with the initial contact there for the Eagles. That was Ricardo Martinez. Really nice ball handling by this Canyon quarterback, huh?
There's a flag on the field at about the 47-yard line.
Our technical engineer is good at that, isn't she?
She's good at catching him.
She sees them as they come out of the officials' hands.
And it is a personal foul that goes both ways.
No, you think so?
They've already called it against
Little scuffle.
Canyon. A little scuffle there. Penalties offset, so the ball will stay where it's marked down at the 39. It's going to be a 2nd and 8 from there for Canyon, and the Eagle defense looking to hold. Good job on that last play of staying home against Reagan after the fake to Kunze. There's the snap to Dietrich. Straight handoff to Reagan, and Reagan gets past the 45 to the 46, a yard shy of the first down.
Number 36 for the Eagles. Luis Velasquez latched on to him around the ankles to bring him down.
It's a 3rd and 1 coming up now for Canyon. Ball on the near hash mark. Dietrich, you mentioned it, Morris. He's got very good ball handling skills, and so you're never quite sure who's going to end up with the ball back there in the backfield. This time he's got 2 men in the backfield with him, and a receiver is in tight on the line. It's a wildcat formation, a double end around. Dietrich ends up with the ball. He's looking for somebody to pass to, and it is caught by Reagan at the 20 and into the end zone for the touchdown. There is a flag down here, and an ineligible receiver is downfield, and it's coming back.
Number 8, Dietrich. He threw, that thing floated like a butterfly, did it not?
Over 2 defenders.
Over 2 defenders. It just had to be just in exactly the right place.
Right into the breadbasket for Reagan. But it's going to come back as there was an ineligible man downfield for Canyon, and it's a lucky break for the Eagle defense.
That looked like a triple reverse to us, and then he pulled up and threw the football.
The man who caught the snap ended up the man who catching the pass. Reagan caught the snap, handed it off to Kunze. Kunze handed it off to Dietrich, and then Dietrich set up as Reagan was running down the field.
Well, it goes to show you how much speed they have.
Absolutely. 3rd down now from the 41-yard line. 3rd and 6 after all of that. 6:41 left in the second quarter. Eagles down 7-0. Dietrich rolling right, steps up in the pocket. There's a pass. It's caught at the 45-yard line, and then number 82 has plenty of room. Finally, is going to be brought down in Eagle territory at the 30. Lots of weapons for this Canyon team. Isaac early with the catch and run.
Number 7, that was Jorge Martinez, the defensive back that finally was able to catch up with him and bring him down.
And so the ball is in Eagle territory now at the 31-yard line. 6:04 left in the second quarter. Dietrich into shotgun. 2 receivers on either side of the formation. There's the snap. Passes to Kunze. Kunze heads up field, bounces around a couple of tackles, and is finally brought down inside the 25 at the 24 after a gain of 7.
Number 15, Caleb Salinas there to make the tackle. A lot of orange jerseys around there, but they still managed to pick up some yardage.
Look at all the cushion on Kunze down here. And so those quick passes are available to him. Here's a handoff to number 26. It's DJ. 26 is DJ Lucky. And it's a 3rd down and 1 now at the 22-yard line. 5:09 left in the second quarter. Wildcat formation again. Reagan takes the snap, and he bowls his way right through the middle of the defense and gets to the 12-yard line. A 10-yard gain there and another Cougar first down.
Eagle defense not trying to derail this Canyon offense that just seems to be going on all cylinders.
They've clicked here in the second quarter. It was a scoreless first quarter, but Canyon with 2 drives here in the second quarter and knocking on the door again. It's a keeper for Dietrich. There is a flag on the play. Dietrich is going to be brought down inside the 10 at the 9-yard line, but there is a flag down here, and it's going to go against Canyon as the early indication. 4:26 left in the first half.
Well, those yellow flags penalties have really helped the Eagles here in their detainment here.
Illegal shift is the call before the snap. Lots of motion for the Cougar offense pre-snap, and that time they had players on offense moving where they shouldn't have been. Ball now is at the 17-yard line after that penalty, where it is a 1st and 15. Dietrich from the near hash mark into shotgun. Takes the snap, looks right. Here comes the Eagle defense. They're unable to bring him down, still looking downfield into the end zone, and incomplete over on the far side of the end zone, intended for number 81 over there, Kindrew Walker. And Walker was unable to come down with it.
Number 3, our defensive back, Rodrigo Garcia, has been a busy man tonight, hasn't he? He was over there on coverage.
He's being called upon to defend that very talented receiving core from Canyon. Dietrich into shotgun now on a 2nd and 15. Will take the snap. The handoff is to Reagan. Up the middle he goes. Bounces off a bunch of tacklers at the 5 and into the end zone for a touchdown. No flags back here. Reagan with the 15-yard touchdown run makes the score 13-0 with 3:47 left in the second quarter.
Reagan's so deceiving. He'll take the handoff, and then it seems like he's just sort of loping along, and then all of a sudden he's got, he just darts and he's gone.
He cuts to the open field, and he's off to the races. Enriquez comes out for the point after attempt. That's Reagan's 2nd touchdown of the ball game here in the first half. Enriquez with the kick, a low kick, but it gets through. And the score now is 14-0 with 3:47 left in the second quarter. We're going to take a break, and we'll be right back. .347 in the second quarter. And Canyon will be kicking off after that 15-yard touchdown from Jackson Reagan. Kick is on its way, and it'll go into the end zone. The Eagles will come out from the 25-yard line, and Morris, with 3:47 left in the second quarter, the Eagle offense, which does get the ball back first to start the second half, really needs to put some points on the board here.
What we've been missing is the pass downfield to Pepe Hernandez or somebody else, and that's been well defensed tonight by Canyon.
They haven't given him much of a chance to find Pepe Hernandez. So the ball's at the 25 now after the touchback, and we'll see if the Eagle offense is able to put some points on the board here. 3:47 left in the second quarter. Cougars are up 14-0 on the Eagles. Barrera from the shotgun. Takes the snap, drops back, looking for someone open. Here comes the pressure, and Barrera's going to get swallowed up for a sack in the backfield all the way back here at the 17-yard line. An 8-yard loss on the sack. Nobody open for Barrera as he looked downfield.
Important here for the Eagles to get a first down. What you don't want is have to punt, give the football back to Canyon here before the end of the half.
After this play, if the Eagles don't get much, you can expect Canyon to maybe call a timeout and try to get the ball back. 2nd and long for the Eagles. Barrera from the shotgun, drops back. Here comes the blitz. Lets the pass go, and it's intercepted at the 20-yard line. And down at the 12 is the return man. The defensive, it looks like that linebacker, Aaron Peterson, the linebacker, with the interception and the return to the 13-yard line. .58 left.
Not exactly what the plan was here, just here late in the second quarter, especially since we've got Canyon already leading 14-0.
So the Canyon offense will come back again. The ball is at the 13-yard line. And it's going to be a 1st and 10 from there. Dietrich in the shotgun. Pass over to the right to Reagan, and Reagan heads for the corner and in for the Canyon touchdown. A little swing pass over to the right flat, and Reagan found his way into the end zone for the Cougar touchdown, the third one of the second quarter, and it's 20-0 for now with 2:47 left in the first half. Reagan has found the end zone 3 times in the second quarter, twice on the ground and once over the air.
Well, what Reagan with a really good move there.
Enriquez will be on for the point after attempt. Ball is on its way, and it is good. 2:43 left in the first half. 21-0 is the Cougar lead over the Eagles. We'll be right back. Back live with you here, 2:47 left in the second quarter, and the Eagles are down 21-0. Enriquez will be kicking off. Pepe Hernandez and Sebastián Velázquez back there to receive inside their own 10-yard line. Enriquez will be kicking off. The kick is on its way, and it's fair caught by Sebastián Velázquez, and it'll come out now to the 20, to the 25, check that. And so the Eagles have 2:47 left in the first half to be able to do something.
Well, let me tell you, with now 21-0, most certainly now the Eagle offense is certainly something they talked about here after the turnover, is see if we can very quickly, we can get downfield.
An Eagle turnover on the last possession, an interception rare from Javier Barrera. I think he's just trying to force something downfield there, and we'll see if the Eagles can get something done. They do have all 3 timeouts in the half. You're able to use them efficiently. Listen, a score here, and then if you get the ball back to start the second half, might make it close. Barrera with 2 blockers in the backfield with him. He'll take the snap, rolls right. Here comes the pressure. Looking downfield, he's got Pepe Hernandez just overthrown. He had Pepe Hernandez in between defensive backs at about the 35-yard line, but that throw was made on the run with a man chasing him.
He had two defenders right after him and threw the football right before he went out of bounds, and it was a little bit too tall for Pepe Hernandez.
So it'll be second and 10 after the incompletion with the ball at the 25. And now they're going to call an ineligible receiver downfield on the offense, on the Eagles. And so that's going to move that ball back to the 20-yard line after the penalty, where it's going to be a 1st and 15 now. Barrera from the pistol this time with Luis Flores behind him. The handoff is for him. Bounces right. He's got a little room. Gets back to the original line of scrimmage, the 25, where it'll be a 2nd and 10 now. That's about as much room as we've seen Luis Flores have this game.
Two things that the Canyon defense is doing. They've shut down Pepe Hernandez, and they've kept a very close eye on Luis Flores.
Clock does stop because Flores went out of bounds at the 25. So 2:33 showing on the clock here in the first half. The Eagles have a 2nd and 10 from the near hash mark. Two receivers on either side of the formation. There's Zeke Banda in motion to the top side. The handoff is to Flores. He's got room again. Good job following his blockers and very nearly gets a first down. He's down just shy of the 35-yard line at the 33, but the Eagles are going to have a 3rd and 2 from there.
They set Sebastian Velasquez in motion to the opposite side of the field, and that carried some of the defense with him and allowed Luis Flores to come over here to the short side of the field and get some yardage.
And again, good job following his line. It's a 3rd and 2 now for the Eagles with 2 minutes exactly left here in the first half. Barrera will modify the play. Still 7 seconds left on the play clock. And he's going to get back and get the snap off now. There's the snap, low snap, hand off to Flores. Flores is going to have enough for a first down. And he's brought down at the 37. Clock does stop momentarily while they move. A minute and a half left here in the first half. The Eagles do have all 3 of their timeouts. Barrera's into shotgun. There's a snap, looks right, looking for Pepe Hernandez to come open. Hernandez has room, and it is incomplete. Out of here about the 35. That pass led Pepe Hernandez just a little bit too much out of bounds.
And Pepe did as much as he could to try to keep those toes, and could not make a catch.
And so it's a 2nd and 10 clock to stop. Ball remains at the 3rd line. The shotgun takes the snap. The handoff is to Flores. And he gets spun around, still on his feet, still with room at midfield. Got 2 men to beat. Cuts to the near side. Great job by Luis Flores in Cougar territory now inside the 35 at the 34. And we'll see if the Eagles choose to call a timeout. The clock is still ticking with 1:03 left.
Well, it looked like there was nothing there, but when he spun to the far side of the field, bounced off a couple of tackles, and what a great job.
Quickly to the line of the Eagles on a 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line. Barrera back to pass, looking for Pepe Hernandez. He's got a step on his defender, and that pass is incomplete at about the 2-yard line. We thought Pepe had it in his hands, but that pass spun around over the wrong shoulder, and it is now a 2nd and 10 from the 34 with 43 seconds left.
Our Eagle crowd thought that he had caught that, right? Everybody up here was jumping up and down, and he was not hold on to it.
You could see Barrera's eyes light up as soon as Pepe Hernandez got a little distance from his man. That ball just led him over the wrong shoulder, and he had to kind of twist around. Whirling, if you look at the flags, Morris.
Yeah, the wind
just picked up.
The wind has picked up in the face of the Eagles in the direction they're going.
Eagles have used one of their timeouts here. They've got 2 left. There's 43 seconds left in the first half. And the Eagles are putting together a good drive here, mostly on the shoulders of a running game all of a sudden, with Luis Flores gobbling up yards here.
Most certainly this is important for the Eagles to put some points on the board before the half. It's not the same thing that if you go in 21-0, 21-7.
Absolutely, especially because the Eagles do open up the second half with the ball. Barrera with a 2nd and 10 now from the 34-yard line. Ball on the near hash mark. 2 receivers on either side of the formation. That's Pepe Hernandez split out wide right here to the near side of the field. There's a snap. Barrera looks left, lets the pass go. It's incomplete. Looking for Sebastian Velasquez. Looks like there was a little bit of holding there as Velasquez had trouble cutting loose from his defender, but the pass is incomplete, and it's going to be a 3rd and 10 now.
You know what happened there, Ruben? Really, there was nobody in the middle of the field, and you would think that Barrera knew exactly where he was throwing the football. He had, of course, some pressure on him.
That was it. He had some pressure in his face, so he had to get the ball. He had to get rid of the ball before I think he really wanted to. This time, Barrera is all by himself in the backfield with 5 receivers across the formation. He takes a snap. It's a jailbreak blitz. Hernandez makes a catch, gets past one defender, and is going to be pushed out of bounds. Just shy, about 2 yards shy of a first down at the 26-yard line, and I think the Eagle offense is going to stay on the field on 4th and 2.
Well, actually, we have no choice here. 38 seconds left on the clock.
And 2 now. Barrera is going to look this way for the call, and now the Eagles are going to call their second timeout of the first half. We're going to take that opportunity to take a quick break, and we'll be right back.
International team. Congratulations, Laura.
38 seconds left in the first half, and the Eagles have to convert here on 4th and 2 to keep this drive going and try to get some points up on the board before the end of the half. Barrera looks left, now comes to this side. He's got a man wide open. Good catch there. That's good enough for a first down by Zeke Banda, and Banda smartly gets out of bounds at the 20. So it's a 1st and 10 with 34 seconds left.
And a good job by Barrera. He had a defender coming right in on him. As he threw the football, he got hit, but the pass was right on the money.
Banda was waiting right there with plenty of room. Ball in the near hash mark again. Pepe Hernandez split out wide right here to the near side. 2 receivers on either side of the formation. There's the snap. Barrera has time. Here comes the blitz. Lets the pass go over Zeke Banda, who was in the area there.
He also had Pepe Hernandez over there in the end zone. And one of the few times we've actually see the receiver not heading to where the football was thrown.
And I think Barrera saw all of that was happening there and just decided to throw it out of bounds, which is smart because you stop the clock here with 29 seconds. The Eagles do have 1 timeout left, I believe. It's showing 2 on the scoreboard, but I think they've called 2 timeouts in this half. Barrera in the backfield, takes the snap, rolls left, looks downfield, now sets, lets a pass go. He's got Sebastian Velasquez in the end zone, and it is incomplete. Out the back of the end zone.
So the Eagles are taking some shots in the end zone, which is they need to do because we're at 22 seconds already.
They can still get a first down at the 10. But we've seen so far 2 shots, like you said, into the end zone from the 20-yard line.
This wind has picked up.
It has, and it would make a field goal difficult from this range. So let's see if the Eagles try to get closer to the end zone here, or they try another shot in the end zone. Here comes the pressure. Quick pass. I think it was tipped at the line. It kind of fluttered out of Barrera's hands. Pepe Hernandez was in the area. And now on a 4th and 10. From the 20-yard line, we'll see if the Eagle offense stays on the field. It looks like they are.
Well, they're going to go for try to get the touchdown.
19 seconds left, and the Eagles are going to call another timeout. And they will talk about it. We'll use that opportunity to take a break ourselves. We'll be right back. Back with you now with 19 seconds left in the first half. The Eagles trying to get something done here. They've got a 4th and 10. They can still convert. They can still get a first down inside the 10. I believe they're down to 0 timeouts. The scoreboard still has them at, well, no, they're down to 1. Barrera drops back to pass. Here comes the pressure. A fluttering pass that's going to be intercepted at the 4. Looking for a return is the man with the interception, number 32, Elijah Delgado. And that pass fell short of the end zone. And the return after the interception, the second of the first half, is down to the 14-yard line. And so the drive ends on a turnover. There's 8 seconds left in the half. I doubt New Braunfels Canyon will try anything funny here, but if you're that Eagle defense, you've got 3 defensive backs all the way back here at the 40-yard line just in case.
You are going to play some defensive football here.
And of course, if Reagan gets out into the open, you've got to make sure you've got sure tacklers on the field back here. It's actually Pepe Hernandez and Sebastian Velasquez back here, along with Rodrigo Garcia deep in the secondary. It's a keeper. Dietrich looking for some room. He'll be brought down at the 25, and that will be the end of the first half. And the Eagles will go into halftime down 21-0 in a game, Morris, that was tight that whole first quarter. They went back and forth. They played field position battle, no score. And then you saw that multi-layered Canyon offense really get to work in the second quarter.
Not only that, very consistent. They were sustaining drives, and then they were finishing. They were putting it in the end zone.
3 touchdowns for number 5, Jackson Reagan. He's the one they warned us about at the prediction show yesterday, and he's putting up yards and touchdowns in this game so far. We'll see what the Eagles do to make adjustments at halftime. We want to thank our sponsors on behalf of Universal Media Connection, Sangar Furniture, La Vida Tortilla Factory, Border Federal Credit Union, Stat Emergency, Texas Diamond Garage, Jed Harper Attorney at Law, Saritas Tortilla Factory, Joe Ruiz and Associates, Lorena Melo State Farm, Choches Barbecue, United Medical Centers, Los Venados, and Tabanay Insurance. And, of course, on behalf of Eagle Pass Sports Central, we want to thank our sponsors, Brown Chevrolet, Buick GMC of Eagle Pass, Ancita Ford of Eagle Pass, and Choches Barbecue. Morris and I will be back for the second half of action. You will get to hear the mighty Eagle Band down on the field at halftime. And with the score 21-0, we'll be back for the second half.
marching out to the field with 42 years of consecutive graduation wins in the United Marching Contest. The Mighty Eagle Band. Tonight, the Mighty Eagle Band will be performing their 2024 UIA marching show in Braunfels. Chambers featuring music from rodents, Mexican dances, the 80th anniversary, and firewood night by Eric Martin Chambers. And assistant manager Celeste Luna Butler. Cutting officers are Captain Camila Peña Copia, star Laura Guerrero and Angela Ramos. Guard of the week are Sophie Perez Aguiles and Sophie Guerra. And now, sit back, relax, and enjoy the mighty Eagle Band.
We are ready for the start of the second half here from Cozo Foster Veterans Memorial Stadium. You saw the Mighty Eagle Band and the Diamond Dance Team perform at halftime. Pepe Hernandez and Sebastián Velázquez are back deep to receive this kickoff from Enriquez. And we'll see what kind of adjustments the Eagle offense has made here during the half as they get the ball back first to start the third quarter. Velázquez is going to be able to field this off of the ground at the 1, looking for room. Still on his feet. He's got room over on the far side. Still cutting upfield and finally taken down at about the 20. They're going to give him forward progress to the 25, and there was a little bit of a scuffle there on the tackle, but no flags that we can see on the play, and the Eagles will start off at the 26-yard line.
for a minute there, it looked like we're going to see him streaking down the far sideline over there.
He had a little bit of daylight, and it closed up quickly, but he did a good job, especially as he had to pick that ball up off the ground at the 1. He did a good job of getting it all the way out here to the 29 is actually where the Eagles will start. Barrera in the shotgun has 2 receivers here to the near side, 2 over to the far side of the formation. The handoff is to Luis Flores trying to go around right end, and he's going to be brought down from behind for a loss of a yard to the 28.
Could be interesting to see here how the adjustments that the Eagle offense has made as far as what they're trying to set up, and really what's been missing has been, the north and south passing attack.
And it seems to me like Luis Flores had some success towards the end of the first half going right up the middle. Tried to kind of go wide there and got caught from behind. 2nd and 11 now for the Eagles from the 28. There goes Melgoza in motion. Barrera takes a quick look right. Now comes back left for Pepe Hernandez trying to weave his way through defenders. And still on his feet as he gets past the 40 to the 41-yard line, where it's going to be a first down. Some action down here on the sideline between Zeke Banda and one of the Canyon defenders. We've noticed it already at the start of the second half. It's getting a little chippy.
It is, and Zeke Banda lost his helmet, and only thing there, he had everything going for him because it was on the Eagle sideline.
You've got teammates there that protected. In fact, one of the coaches actually brought Banda out towards the sideline to protect him. The officials are gathering at about the 31-yard line. I don't see any flags on the field yet, but they might decide to throw one late here.
Oh, that's a hold.
Offsetting penalties, a hold against the Eagles, and unnecessary roughness. I got to tell you, I don't see the flag for the hold down on the field.
In fact, that really, I guess, comes back in benefit of the Eagles.
They offset, so we're going to do it all over again. It's going to be a 2nd and 11 from the 28.
So just like if it hadn't happened.
That's right. We'll replay it. And it'll be a 2nd and 11 now for the Eagles from the 28-yard line. 2 receivers on either side of the formation for Javier Barrera. 21-0 is the Cougar lead. We'll have some score updates for you from around the region. Here's Barrera setting up to pass, and it's a false start against the Eagles. It stops the action there, and it's going to move them back 5 yards.
Not what you need when you're trying to, on your first drive of the second half, those dead ball fouls, they just really hurt you.
And they drive a coach crazy, too, especially on your own home field, to have a false start. Ball now is back at the 23-yard line with 10 and a half minutes left here in the third quarter. The Eagles trying to mount a drive to start the second half. Javier Barrera in the shotgun. Drops back to pass, looks right. He's got Flores, makes a catch at the 25, and he'll be taken out of bounds at the 27-yard line.
So the Eagles now with a 3rd and long.
It's the second time we've seen Luis Flores gain some yards as a receiver. But it is now a 3rd and 12 for the Eagles from the 27-yard line.
One of the things that the Eagles are going to need is going to be a really quick strike offense here.
We'll see if Barrera is able to get the ball downfield on this long 3rd down attempt. See if he has time. Sets up. He's got Zeke Banda, and that is intercepted in and out of the hands of Banda. And the return man still with the football. Number 4 with the interception, Caleb Gaynor. He basically took it off a bounce as it was in and out of Banda's hands, and then Gaynor was able to get it back all the way down here to about the 22-yard line or so.
Not a bad pass. It was right in the hands where it needed to be, but the coverage was excellent. And there you have to give him credit, because once that ball bounced a little bit, and that defender just latched onto it.
Gaynor was right there close to Banda as that ball bounced off of him, and the defensive back was able to take that and actually do a good return all the way here inside the 25 to the 24, and the third pick of the game. 9:51 left in the third quarter, and Canyon starting inside the Eagle 25. Here's a pass downfield intended for Reagan. Reagan was fighting with the defensive back for the Eagles there, slipped and fell, no flag. Christian Damasi there on the coverage.
Reagan got up and he looked at the official and said, "Hey, where's the flag?" And he deemed that it was incidental contact.
And that's what I would look to us too down here. 9:46 left. Clock stops on the incompletion. Good pass by Dietrich. Here's a handoff to Reagan, and Reagan bounces inside the line. He'll get to the 20-yard line, a gain of 4 yards on the carry there, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and 6.
Eagle defense have got their work cut out for them right here. You certainly don't want Canyon putting any more points on the board.
The defense is looking to hold here on a 3rd and 6 from the 20-yard line. Dietrich in the backfield with Reagan. Drops back, looking right, goes that direction. Man open in the zone, and in for the score is number 81, Isaac. Check that, Kindrew Walker. And Walker Morris found a spot in that Eagle zone, and all he had to do once he caught the ball was turn up field and go into the end zone.
He found the seam, so to speak, and the pass was right where it needed to be.
And that score comes with 9:04 in the third quarter, and it makes the score 27 to nothing for the moment. Enriquez is on for the point after attempt. The kick is up, and it is good. And with 9:04 left, the score, Cougars 27, Eagles nothing. We'll be right back. Pep Hernandez and Sebastian Velasquez back there to receive this kickoff from Enriquez. 28 to nothing is the Cougar lead. Enriquez likes to take his time on kickoffs. He likes to kind of saunter back there to about the 30. Look at how much space he's got. And he really leans into those kicks. That one's going to go over the head of Velasquez out the back of the end zone. And for a touchback, the Eagles will start at the 25. With 9:04 left here in the third quarter.
You know, Ruben, you have to sort of wonder how are you going to defend, you know, this Canyon team with so many weapons and not only size but speed.
That's right. What's been tough for the Eagles offensively, which is something we're not used to seeing, is on offense, just really an inability to strike downfield. Here's Melgoza with the carry. Diego Melgoza with his first carry of the ball game. He'll get to the line of scrimmage as they strung him out over on the far side. 2nd and 10 coming up for the Eagles.
He was trying to go to the far side, trying to cut the corner, and he just could not head upfield.
Fast defense for Canyon. And the Eagles offense is still looking for a way around it. 2nd and 10 from the 25-yard line. Barrera in the shotgun. 3 receivers here to the near side and 1 split out wide left. Drops back to pass. Rolls to his right. Looking for someone deep downfield. He'll just keep it himself. And he runs out of bounds at the 32-yard line. About 4 yards shy. 3 yards shy of a first down.
Barrera showed us some of his speed there, didn't he? He really turned it on there as he cut the corner.
It's worked a couple of times when those defensive backs and the linebackers have peeled back to follow the receivers, and there's been some room for Barrera to run. He's found that room and used it effectively. In just a little bit, we'll have some score updates for you. Boy, those Patriots really disappointed last night. I was the only one who picked them in the prediction show, the Patriots, and they took a beating by the New York Jets last night.
I was thinking of you.
Here's a catch by Velasquez at the 35. He's got enough for a first down, out of bounds at the 36-yard line.
That old quarterback still's got something left in him, doesn't he?
Aaron Rodgers looked like the Aaron Rodgers of old yesterday against New England. Eagles have a first down here at the 37. After that catch by Velasquez. 7:44 left in the third quarter. There's Zeke Vanda in motion. The handoff is to Luis, I don't know if that's Melgoza or Luis Flores. We'll see once he comes up out of that pile. Melgoza, no, actually 35. It is. I think after this coming week, it's going to be me. I was going to have to buy some pancakes if the season ended then, but I've got to make a comeback after that because some of those coaches can eat a lot of pancakes. Dropping back is Javier Barrera, rolls right. He's looking for Zeke Vanda, overthrows him. That's down here at about the 20-yard line.
One of the few times that our receiver actually had a few steps on the defender.
It is a long throw for Barrera, and he had to make it almost on his tippy toes as he was running away from the pressure. And it's going to be a 3rd and 12 now for the Eagles.
One good thing about when you throw the football is stops the clock if it's incomplete.
Clock stops on the incompletion, and it does so here with 6:56 left in the third quarter. Barrera from the shotgun takes a snap, looking left. Are they going to call a false start here because they blew the play dead before it got started? Still don't have a call. I don't see a call from anybody. It's a penalty on the defense. I don't know if that was a substitution issue. But it's going to give the Eagles 5 yards to the 40, and it'll make it now a more manageable 3rd and 7. Ball is on the near hash mark. Barrera's going to be in the shotgun. Melgoza still in the backfield. We haven't seen Luis Flores be back onto the field. 2 receivers on either side of the formation. The snap. Here comes the pressure. Barrera drops back. Looking for Pepe Hernandez here on the near side. And incomplete, out of bounds. So it's
and he was actually open.
Pepe Hernandez flashed open here. That ball just wide of the target. And with 6:51 left in the third quarter, Pepe Hernandez will stay on the field. To punt, and he will punt off to number 13 Cayman Cantu, who waits that punt back here at about his own 28-yard line.
You know, Ruben, I was going to suggest that you let our technical engineer, your wife, do the predictions.
We might do better. I don't know if that punt was tipped at the line or what, but it was a very low punt. Didn't get any air. And it's downed by the Eagles right here at the 43-yard line. Yeah, my predictions might get better. If I just ask around in my family, I'll tell you that for March Madness, I'm always last. I'm the only one who watches college basketball in my family. Somehow, they always beat me in our brackets. So I think I'll just start having my wife and my children pick those games for me. 6:43 left in the third quarter. Canyon with the ball again at the 43-yard line. Dietrich into shotgun with the ball on the far hash mark. Hand off to Reagan. He puts his head down, and he's got an Eagle latched onto him, but he's able to get a first down in Eagle territory now to the 45. And Morris, it looks like Reagan is just gaining strength as the game goes on.
He is, and if he almost broke away from that. One tackler latched onto him at the very end, one Eagle, but he knifed through that line pretty quickly.
6:18 and counting here in the third quarter. A first set of downs for Canyon at the 45-yard line. The Eagles are actually averaging more points per game than Canyon coming in, but the Canyon offense has shown something here. A sack there back near midfield at the 49-yard line. Anthony Paniagua in the backfield for that sack.
He was in there real quick, shot the gap, and made the tackle.
The play action helped there as it gave Paniagua a couple of extra seconds to get to the quarterback. It's going to be a 2nd and 15 now, or 2nd and 14 from the 49-yard line. Dietrich hands off to Reagan again, trying the right side of the line, and he'll be stopped as he reaches the original line of scrimmage plus a yard more inside the 45 to the 44 now. And it's going to be a 3rd and 9 from there for Canyon.
Really important for the Eagle defense here to hold here and get us the football back. We need to really start trying to get some points on the board.
Dietrich into shotgun. Looks over to the far sideline for the play call as we reach 5 minutes here in the third quarter. Two receivers on either side of the formation for Dietrich. There's the snap, looks left, now comes back to the following to the other side, and that pass is incomplete. He was looking there for number 82, Isaac Early, and on 4th and 9, Canyon is going to try to pin the Eagles deep in their own territory. Here comes the punt team.
And they're going to be punting, it looks like, with a good wind behind them.
One of the few incompletions we've seen this game from Dietrich. He's been able to find his receivers very often in this game. Punt is on its way, and it will hit at the 10 and be downed at the 2-yard line. The Eagles are going to have to start very deep in their own territory.
The Canyon punt coverage was there very quickly, and that ball just bounced inside the 5, and they downed it. Looks like at about, what is it, the 2-yard line?
At the 2-yard line, good kick coverage by New Braunfels Canyon, 4:46 left in the third quarter, and out come the Eagles from the 2-yard line in the shadow of their own goalpost. And trying to move the ball downfield, they're going to have to go 98 yards to do it. Notice from Canyon, a lot of players playing both. You see a lot of the similarities.
It does like a very large squad. Ironman football.
That's right, playing on offense and defense. Javier Barrera is about 3 yards deep in his own end zone. He's going to turn around and hand off to Luis Flores, who bounces left, trying to turn the corner over on the far side, and he's able to do it as he gets to almost the 20-yard line. Yeah. Just why that last first down, but it is an Eagle first down at the 17-yard line.
A great run at the right time. They needed to really get out from underneath the shadows of their own goalposts.
4:14 left in the third quarter. Eagles down 28-0. Barrera from the shotgun this way. That ball is batted at the line. And that's number 38 for Canyon. Julian Mata with the knockdown. And it's going to be a 2nd and 10 now from the 17-yard line. Clock stops on the incompletion with 4:02 showing there here in the third quarter. Barrera with the counter, and Flores has a little bit of room to roam there over on the far side, and he's brought down as he crosses the 25 to the 26-yard line, and he'll be just a yard shy of a first down.
A little delayed handoff, almost like a draw, pretty much. And Flores made a really good run.
Makes it a 3rd and 1 for the Eagles from the 16. It'd be interesting if this is the drive that they put together, one that started back at their own 2. 3.5 minutes left here in the third quarter. Eagles trying to get on the board, facing a 28-0 deficit. Barrera rolling right. There's a pass, incomplete at the feet of Pepe Hernandez here at about the 35-yard line. And on comes the punting team for the Eagles.
It is 4th and very short, but the Eagles not going to take a chance here. Very deep in their own territory.
And we'll see if Pepe Hernandez can get off a good punt. Cantu is back to receive at his own 40-yard line. 3:19 left in the third quarter. Clock stopped because that was an incompletion. They'll cover the man up down here. There's a snap, a high one. Pepe Hernandez is able to get it back. Here's a fake punt. Hernandez trying to reach the line to get for a first down. He does so and still on his feet, turns around, and is finally taken out of bounds. And there is a flag for 2 flags for unnecessary roughness as Hernandez was almost suplexed to the ground after he had left the field of play. And the punt fake worked.
It worked, and he had one man to beat, and enough speed from Pepe Hernandez to get upfield. One of the legs gave out from under him before he got manhandled over here.
He's going to come off the field to take a look at him down on the sideline. The officials are trying to decide how many there are. I think there's just one personal foul, necessary roughness on Canyon. They are in Cougar territory, are the Eagles, at the 42-yard line.
On the punt's about the only place that they can't really double coverage.
That's right.
On Pepe Hernandez.
That's right. That's the only time that they can't bracket him and put tight coverage on him. And he did a good job of, again, on a high punt, it takes that extra time just to bring it down. But he did a good job, especially of finding the first down. Pep is not on the field for this play. But Barrera puts Zeke Banda in motion over to the far side. And here's a handoff to Melgoza, or actually Luis Flores, who bounces right and will get 2 yards to the 40 before being pushed out of bounds.
We're in the third quarter, 28-0. The Cougars leading the Eagles.
3 minutes exactly left in the third quarter. Flores went out of bounds on that play, so the clock stops. Pepe Hernandez back in the game now. Split out wide right. Zeke Banda will be in the slot over on the left side of the formation. And actually, Zeke Banda will be split out wide left. And Sebas Velasquez will be nearest to the line. 2nd and 8 for the Eagles. Here's the snap. Barrera's got to hurry.
Oh.
He got hit as he was throwing that. They're going to call that a fumble, and it's going to get picked up and run back. I thought that was an incomplete pass. I could have sworn I thought I saw Barrera try to pass that but that was picked up by number 28 for
that would be terribly wrong.
I think they finally called an incomplete pass down here, not a fumble return.
Well, the ball went forward, and he did get really hit though.
It just so happened that he threw that ball right as he was being sandwiched in between two defenders. So it looked like the ball popped out on the hit, but in reality, I think his arm was moving forward. And you've got a couple of Canyon players down over on the far side of the field. One of those is the man who returned the quote there at about the 35-yard line. Maybe he's just out of breath from all that running. And another defender there who I think ran with him, number 32, Elijah Delgado. They'll go off the field.
I'd hate to think that the injured just give the coach time to come with his point over here. The coach and say,
the three and now attacking move the Eagles closer on or on third.
See what's going on there.
Super now it is a much more manageable situation for the Eagle offense. It's going to be a 3rd and 3. The Canyons coaches still have their defense around them over on the far side of the field. And the referee's waiting for them to come back to blow the whistle.
It's a good time to get a free timeout, huh?
That's exactly what this turned into for New Braunfels. They gamed the system here after these couple of plays. 2:47 left in the third quarter. Ball on the near hash mark, and the Eagles have a 3rd and 3. Two receivers here to the near side. Two over to the far side, and Luis Flores in the backfield along with Javier Barrera. Barrera drops back, rolls right, looking for someone open, and he's just going to have to take a sack and run out of bounds down here inside the 40 at the 39-yard line.
Kind of difficult for Barrera to throw the football when you're constantly being flushed out of the pocket.
That defensive pressure has been in his face all game long. Ball is now at the 41, where it's going to be a 4th and 9.
Had a corner blitz coming from the far side of the field. Flushed him to the near side of the field.
Luis Flores in the backfield with Barrera, two receivers on either side. 2:41 left, clock stopped as Barrera went out of bounds. Here comes the pressure. There's a pass. Incomplete, intended for Zeke Vanda, a little high for him at about the 22, and the ball will go over on downs.
Once again, Barrera with a lot of pressure, although he dropped back some to try to buy some time.
The Braunfels will take over at the Eagle 41 with 2:36 left. And you're right, partner, that has been the story of the game for the Eagle offense. Just constant pressure and for Javier Barrera and Cougars in the backfield all game long. Ball is on the near hash mark at the 41. Dietrich is still in the game. There's the snap, the handoff to Reagan. You mentioned it before, but it's he almost kind of has no momentum and then quickly just cuts and turns upfield, and he gobbles up 3 or 4 yards at a time.
Well, he comes through the line sort of like in slow-mo.
Yeah,
from
exactly.
Up here. And then all of a sudden, I mean, he just turns on the speed.
And so from the 45-yard line, it'll be a 2nd and 6 for New Braunfels. Ball on the near hash mark. 2 receivers over on the far side. One split out wide left here to the near side of us. Dietrich in the backfield along with Reagan, who already has 3 touchdowns in this game. The handoff to Reagan again. Tries to turn the corner on the far side. Gets past a bunch of defenders. And he's off to the races. He's got one man to beat. Cuts up. And we'll see if he scored a touchdown. He's going to be down at the 1. Jackson Reagan strikes again.
You know, we were just talking about him. You know, he's getting up slow and everything, but he went to the far side of the field and again, you know, was able to cut the corner and almost got in the end zone.
And this time it'll be a quick quarterback sneak. Nothing doing there. He stopped at the half-yard line. 2nd and goal from the half for New Braunfels.
Try to surprise the Eagle defense there, right?
They did. And if you're Jackson Reagan, you're thinking, I just ran 60 yards and you're not going to give me the ball so I can score a touchdown a yard away from the goal line. He might get it now. And that would be his 4th touchdown of the game. In fact, Reagan's going to be in the Wildcat to receive this snap. Dietrich split out wide left. Reagan gets the snap, bounds over his line, and is in for the Canyon touchdown. His 4th of the game.
Put on his cape for that one and just flew over the line.
That touchdown comes with 36 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Enriquez will come on for the point after attempt, and you start to see now, Morris, why the coaches told us, the Eagle coaches did, that he had somewhere in the area of 30 offers from colleges. Reagan seems to be the real deal here. Kick is up and good. And so the score now with 36 seconds left in the 3rd quarter, New Braunfels 35, Eagles 0. We're going to take a break and we'll be right back. Pepe Hernandez and Sebas Velasquez back to receive this punt at about their 10-yard line. Enriquez, as always, these have got to be some of the longest setups for kickoffs I've ever seen. He takes a lot of time to get out of the huddle. Look at this. Walks that way. Now he's going to come this way here to the near hash mark. Enriquez is in no particular hurry to kick this ball off. He'll approach it, and there, about 20 seconds after we were ready to kick that off, that'll get kicked off through the back of the end zone.
Good time that we don't have a pitch count timer in baseball, huh?
No clock on this kickoff. 36 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Javier Barrera will stay in the game.
You know, one of the things that the Canyon defense has done tonight, though, they've taken away the Eagle quick strikes. As the Eagles start from their own 25.
Javier Barrera in the shotgun. Takes the snap, hands it to Morris, who's got room up the middle. and was just about to break loose before being brought down from behind at the 31-yard line, a gain of 6 yards. It'll be a 2nd and 4 coming up for the Eagles, and that's what seemed to work in this second half. Luis Flores has gained a lot of yards.
From San Antonio, the Brenham Bears 51, Harlan 14. So
Brennan has a lot of offensive firepower this season. I'm glad I picked them. I think we all picked Brennan. At the prediction show, that's the end of the third quarter. We'll switch sides of the field. And as we start the fourth quarter, the score, New Braunfels Canyon 35, Eagles nothing. We'll take a break. Start of the fourth quarter. Ball's at the 31-yard line where the Eagles have a 2nd and 6. Barrera in the shotgun is going to have 2 receivers on either side. Eagles going from right to left now. With the ball on the near hash mark. The Eagle offensive coaches making some adjustments to the line. Barrera will take the snap. The handoff this time is to Melgoza. And he'll be brought down at the 29, a loss of 2 yards on the carry for Diego Melgoza, who's seen limited action here in this game, giving Luis Flores a breather there. Luis Flores had himself a good third quarter, and you wonder if that was the intention the whole time, is to platoon the 2 running backs here in the second half. Just underway here in the fourth quarter. 2 receivers on either side for Javier Barrera, who's got Melgoza in the backfield with him. Quick pass caught by Velasquez at about the 26, and he heads upfield and gets across the 35 to the 36 for an Eagle first down.
just enough for the first down.
You're seeing those cushions open now. A little bit more room for the Eagle receivers to maneuver.
A lot of substitution now, as you should, from Canyon. I was sitting here thinking how long on offense they're going to leave Reagan in a game like this, unless it's just for statistics.
They might. Jackson Reagan's got 4 touchdowns already in this game. Be interesting to see what the yardage is going to be after this game for Jackson Reagan. 10.5 minutes left in the game. Barrera from the shotgun, ball at the 36-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Eagles. 2 receivers on either side of the formation, and Barrera awaits the snap. He'll hand off to Melgoza, who's got running room at the 40-45, heads up field before being pushed out of bounds near midfield at the 49-yard line, and that's good enough for an Eagle first down.
Melgoza showed us some speed.
Out in the open field. Once he passed the line of scrimmage, he cut here to the near side and then headed north and south. 10 minutes left in the game. Ball on the near hash mark. Barrera's going to have Melgoza on his left hip this time. The snap, the carry again by Melgoza. Right up the middle of the formation he goes, and he's into Cougar territory, dropped at the 48-yard line.
Eagles working hard to try to get in the end zone here.
Be a 2nd and 7 for the Eagles now. 2nd and 7 from the 48. We're under 9.5 minutes left in the game, and you'd think the Eagles want to just ground this out, not give the ball back to that Canyon offense. Barrera takes the snap, looks left. Here comes the pressure, so he's got to roll out to his right, still with his eyes downfield, and he'll just throw that incomplete out of bounds and live for the next down.
Ruben, who are your Missouri Tigers playing?
Let's check on that because I'm drawing a blank. We might be open this week.
Well, you won't lose that one.
Well, we won't. We'll remain undefeated.
Hey, in the Tigers in the top 10, huh?
Yes, we are doing well. And we are playing Vanderbilt this week.
Well, that may be an interesting game.
It will. The Commodores coming into Columbia. And, of course, on October 5th, the Tigers are coming to Kyle Field in College Station, a game I wish I could attend. 9:05 left in the fourth quarter. Barrera rolls right, lets the pass go. It's incomplete over the head of the intended receiver, Victor Melgoza. And that's a fourth down now for the Eagles, and the clock stops with 8:58.
I think the last time your Tigers were in Kyle Field, it was a rainy, kind of cold day. I think they too, didn't they?
They did, and we had some sleet falling back then. The Lipson family was kind enough to bring our family along for that game. I really wanted to be at that October 5th game, but family obligations are otherwise. More specifically, there is a UIL band competition that day. And I was told under no uncertain terms that I was not to miss that competition. Here's a punt by Hernandez, fielded at the 10 by Cantu, and he's brought down quickly at the 13-yard line. Canyon will start from there with 8:45 left in the ball game. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back. Back with you here. And Morris, I think your question has been answered. That handoff was from number 10 to number 26. And so both Dietrich and Reagan are out of the game now. New quarterback in number 10 is Boston Roselle. And DJ Lucky is the new man in the backfield, along with the second string quarterback for New Braunfels Canyon. And so Jackson Reagan will go back home with 4 touchdowns and a lot of yards under his belt. 8:06 left, clock still ticking. You would think New Braunfels Canyon is going to grind out the clock now. Lots of running plays to be expected here. Here's another handoff to Lucky. Lucky's got the middle of the formation open, and he gets to the yard line he needs to get for a first down, the 23. And it's going to be a Canyon first down.
You can rest assured New Braunfels Canyon is not going to throw the football here.
They will not. Seven and a half minutes left in the game, and Canyon with the ball in a 35-0 lead. Again, Lucky with the ball. He'll bring a couple of defenders with him as he nears the 35, brought down at the 33-yard line. At the 28-yard line, check that. Seven minutes left in the game. Next week, we will be right back here as the John Jay Mustangs come in to face the CC Win Mavericks, looking for their first victory in district. And the Eagles will start district play next week. They are headed to Castroville next week. Here's an end around to Cantu. There's a man down for Canyon over the 24. He'll get on, but it's first down for Canyon.
You know, both of our teams actually play a team that moved the up to 5, and the Valley went up to 6A.
Penalty ball back home. Canyon now has second up the 15 minute population boom on Caterville, San Antonio is absolutely and as those populations have decreased from there, those schools have moved down. Pepe Hernandez is going to field this at the 40, and he's got room in Cougar territory at the 15, at the 10. He's got a final blocker, and in for the score goes Pepe Hernandez on about a 60-yard touchdown return, and the Eagles are on the board.
Let me tell you what, they just did not expect the speed of Pepe Hernandez as he came to the near sideline. And, really the defense.
Good blockers is from too. First point attempt. The Cougars will not pitch a shutout today. Pepe Hernandez in this game has punted, has converted on a fake punt, and has returned a punt for a touchdown. High snap for the holder. He's able to get that down, and Frausto gets the kick through for the point after. 35-7 is the score with 4:58 left in the ball game. We might see an onside kick when we come back. We'll be right back. Back with you, and my partner Morris Lipson Jr. has just made a prediction that we're about to see an onside kick here from Lázaro Frausto with 4:58 left in the ballgame. Let's see if young Mr. Frausto can execute this. Going to kick off. Canyon was expecting the same thing, I think. They had no deep return men. They had everybody up, but that kick goes out into the end zone and out the back of the end zone for a touchback. And Sony Braunfels Canyon will start at the 25-yard line.
Ruben, two ways to look at that when you're this deep in the ball game, and and it's probably impossible for you to get back in the ball game. An offside kick can lead to a lot of injuries and stuff, so maybe there's no need for that. That's another way, way to think about it.
Eagle defense trying to get corrected enough men onto the field, and so they're going to have to call a timeout before the snap with 4:58 left. We're going to take a break and be right back. .458 left in the game. The handoff here is to Lucky from Boston Roselle. And Lucky will get back to the line of scrimmage, the 25. They'll give him maybe a half yard. And it's going to be 2nd and 10 from there. Scores from around Region 4, Round Rock Cedar Ridge leading Round Rock Westwood 28-21. Round Rock Dragons leading Round Rock McNeil 42-14. Manor all over Hutto, not all over, but leading by a touchdown 29-22. And Round Rock Stony Point leading Cedar Park Vista Ridge 35-25. High snap for the quarterback, brings it down, hands off to Lucky, and Lucky gets the other half yard he needed to complete the yard. And that'll be to the 26. Lake Travis 62-13 over San Marcos. Up in Lake Travis, that's a final. And
we had Steele playing. That was a really big game also.
I think I took Westlake in that game, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And Westlake is up on Steele 27-10. I hope I took Westlake. Because I need all the help I can get.
Need to go 10-0.
Austin Bowie is up on Judson 21-10. Here's a 3rd and 9. It's a keeper for the quarterback. Oh, that was nearly intercepted here at about the 23-yard line, intended for number 80. Jake. I want to make sure I'm reading that right. Polson. Jake Polson. Looked like poison to me for a minute, I thought,
I'm surprised you can read that because the schedule they sent us is like in I don't know what size print that is.
No, it's probably like 6-point font, so they could
get everything in there.
The whole of the roster on one page. Sotomayor is leading O'Connor 37-7. Taft is beating Holmes 35-14. Alamo Heights beating Shirts.
That was last night. I actually saw that.
That's the game you saw last night.
On the San Antonio Channels.
That punt is down at the 42. The Eagles will take over from there with 3:05 left in the game. Medina Valley has beaten Burbank 21-19. San Antonio Davenport is up on Del Rio 35-10. That's a final, 35-10.
Davenport, one of the new schools up there in, I think it's with Judson and them, right? Judson and Steele.
Up in the Judson ISD.
Yeah.
They've got Wagner, they've got Veterans Memorial, Steele, Judson, and now Davenport, another area in Bexar County that's growing. Alex Ruiz is in at quarterback now for the Eagles. And he'll hand off to Melgoza, who gets back to the line of scrimmage. There is a flag over on the far side of the field. LBJ beat Mission Veterans Memorial 34-20.
Eagles district it might be very interesting.
And in a very interesting score, partner, Harlingen has beaten Laredo United South 6-5.
That was 5-3 or something like that.
A baseball score broke out in the middle of football season down there in Laredo.
That was 5-3 at halftime, and obviously a field goal won it.
Here's Melgoza trying to turn the corner on the near sideline. He gets taken out of bounds right at midfield. They'll give him the 49, where it's going to be a 3rd and 1 now. Alexander is beating Brownsville Veterans Memorial for now, 38-35.
Seeing some new faces down there on the Eagle offense.
Ball at the 49, 2nd and 1 for the Eagles. Alex Reese drops back to pass and lets the ball go. It's going to get, they're going to fall on top of it, and the ball will be downed at the 34-yard line. And that is the Eagles' 4th turnover of the ball game with 1:44 left. New Braunfels Canyon will take over in Eagle territory, and you would expect at this point that Canyon is going to kneel the ball.
We've got 1:44 left in this football game. And it has just not been the Eagles' night.
A tough loss, the first one of the season for the Eagles. They came in here 2-0, and it'll be important for them to get their heads high quickly because they're going to have to go to Castroville a week from now for their first district game of the season. Free play here. They didn't call the offsides that we thought we had seen from down here.
Well, we saw it. They just didn't throw the flag.
Well, the officials, I think, at this point realize they might try to make it home before it gets much later.
It's just one of those time in a game, like in a baseball game, when the umpires just widen the strike zone.
As the evening winds down, 1:13 left in the ball game here. We want to thank those of you who have stuck with us and are joining us here on Eagle Pass Sports Central.
And he's going to kneel this one.
And it should be, there should be time. Well, they haven't started the play clock yet, so I think technically the Cougars still need to take one more knee.
Everybody in what you might call a victory formation.
We'll await the snap here. Roselle, a very famous football name, Commissioner Pete Roselle, NFL commissioner for years and years, really from almost the inception of modern NFL to the mid-'80s. And as the clock ticks down, the game comes to an end, and the Eagles have their first loss of the season. And it's a tough one, 35-7. The good news, obviously, this is a non-district game, so it doesn't count against you for playoff seeding. It could eventually, but certainly for now, it's not a district game. The Eagles do, however, Morris, start district play next week, and they've got to be ready for Medina Valley.
That's a new season. And Medina Valley, of course, moving up to 6A. You can't take them lightly. I guess the Eagles here will go back to work. But I think most importantly, they're going to look at especially their physical situation and hope that nobody got really banged up in this football game before they start district next weekend.
They'll have to take a look and be ready for Medina Valley. We will be talking to coaching staffs from both the Eagles and the Mavericks at the prediction show this Thursday. We will be here next Friday for the game between the Mavericks and the John Jay Mustangs as the Mavericks have the second week of district play. We want to thank you for joining us on Eagle Pass Sports Central on our Facebook channel and on our YouTube page, and also on KINL 92.7. For those of you joining us on the Eagle Pass ISD YouTube channel, we want to thank you as well and wish you a good night. And we want to thank our sponsors on KNL 92.7 on behalf of Universal Media Connections, Sangar Furniture, La Vita Tortilla Factory, Border Federal Credit Union, Stat Emergency, Texas Diamond Garage, Jed Harper Attorney at Law, Sarita's Tortilla Factory, Joe Ruiz and Associates, Lorena Melo State Farm, Choch's Barbecue, United Medical Center, Los Venados, and Tabany Insurance. And we want to thank our sponsors on Eagle Pass Sports Central throughout the season. Brown Chevrolet GMC, Brown Chevrolet Buick GMC of Eagle Pass, Ancita Ford of Eagle Pass, and Choch's Barbecue.
Before we leave, we do want, on a very serious note, we want to send out our condolences to Sofia Berain on the passing of her mother, Judge Cynthia Muniz. And Cynthia was just a really a jewel in our community for so long, not only in the legal profession as a judge, but also with the early start of girls softball here in Eagle Pass. She was on the school board and did so many other things. So we do want to send out our condolences.
Our deepest sympathies to the family of Judge Cynthia Muniz, an outstanding attorney and a magnificent jurist on the bench all those years here in the 293rd Judicial District in Maverick County. Our thoughts and prayers are with the Garcia and Muniz family this evening. Folks, thank you so much for joining us. For my broadcasting partner, Morris Lipson Jr., our audiovisual engineer, Cristina Valadez. My name is Ruben Valadez. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you next time.